What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 122 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. I'm your host, Ken, joined by my co-host, Adam. How are you? What's up? What's going on? What it look like? What it be like?
Well, I'm feeling 122.
The episode number?
Right. Right. I'm feeling 122.
All right.
Now.
I'll take it. How you been?
I'm
How's
a
the
little
weather?
old,
How
but
are
I've been
things?
playing this game since. The weather's great. The weather's nice. It's been very sunny out, and it's nice watching the snow just dwindle away.
We got like nothing
I love winter,
here
don't get
in
me wrong.
Jersey. We got no snow all year. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it was a very, very.
That's
it was
the worst.
cold, but we didn't get any snow. The weather has turned. I think we've turned the corner, and it was like over 70 degrees the other day, and it's pretty consistently like 55 now. So it's I think we've come out of the
on
winter.
my phone, it's showing that like it's supposed to snow. I think in a couple of days, but at the same time, it's like I don't know, because it said it's supposed to snow next Tuesday, but the coldest it's supposed to get is 21 degrees.
That's cold
and
enough.
that's Sunday.
I don't know.
But like Friday, it's supposed to rain, but be in the upper 50s.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
The weather it's trying to break. It's trying to get out there. All right. Well, on today's show, man, we got a lot. Go figure. You know, if you've been following along, the events and the amount of information that's been coming out on a daily basis pretty much has been almost overwhelming and very difficult to keep up with.
You know what? We need a go figure section. Like a go figure, but like...
That's actually not a bad idea.
Like something that like... Right? Like, go figure. We've got another event. I mean...
Look, we talked about it last week with the event overload thing. I'm firmly in the camp of I'd rather have too many events than too little events, but it is difficult to keep up with if you're trying to be a maniac with the game, like we're trying to do because we're trying to cover it and we're trying to play everything. But it is a lot, and there definitely is a lot to talk about today. And what we're going to talk about is the Team Rocket Takeover, Team Go Rocket Takeover that happened this past weekend with the mini event inside the event of the global takeover. We'll break into that and see how we did. I'm going to give you a spoiler. I didn't see one Absol the entire weekend. What the hell?
I did not either.
I don't
I
get
did
it.
not either.
It was an advertised Pokemon. It was featured in the announcement. Didn't see one. All right, we'll get there. We're going to do a current event recap and a weekend event prep. We've got the Go Battle League prep event going on right now. We have the launch celebration event coming this weekend. We've got Abra Community Day and events coming this weekend. Lots to talk about. And here's the hype one. Here's the big one. Genesect is making its debut in Pokemon Go. We kind of hinted at this potentially maybe a couple weeks ago when we had some leaks. Now we have the actual scoop from Niantic, and we'll dig into that. The Paleozoic Pokemon will be coming next weekend. We'll break it all out because there's a lot to talk about there. This is a pretty big one. Safari Zone St. Louis has been postponed. We'll discuss what this means for ticket holders and figure things out because they did make an announcement about that. We have a 0.169.0 APK breakdown. Tons of information. It's going to affect many different areas of the game. We'll break all that out. And then finally, we'll poke the bear with the question of the week being, do you think the Go Battle League is ready to launch Season 1, which is dropping this Friday, the 13th? Spoiler alert, whether you think it is or not, it's happening. It's not Friday. But we got some good feedback from the community, and we'll kind of feature some of your responses there in just a bit. But all right, let's talk about the Team Go Rocket Takeover. This was last weekend, Friday the 6th through Monday the 9th. We had that bonus mini event inside the event on the 7th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, the actual Team Go Rocket Global Takeover. We had increased spawns of poison and dark types. I was seeing Coughing, Ekans, Zubat, Tentacool, Grimer, Sneasel, Poochyena, Meowth. I mean, it was cool because there was a lot of potential shinies.
I saw so much trash all over the place.
Yes, Trubbish was exciting.
So many Trubbish.
That's good because it was a holdout
And I
Pokemon
was in Lovish.
for so many people. Like, did you have a Garbodor prior to that? Like, or at least enough candy?
I did not.
See,
No, I think I've seen 2 Trubbish. I saw one on my radar, I think, when it dropped, and I saw one recently.
wait,
So it was like, oh, I just caught one, so it wasn't as like exciting, but I was still like, whoa, I'm gonna catch every single one of these in Pineapple.
wait, you only saw 2 the whole event?
No. I saw one when it dropped, Trubbish the first time when it.
Oh,
was released.
I thought you
Sorry.
said that when it dropped. I thought you meant when the event
I
dropped.
I know. I gotta choose my words wisely.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
I saw a ton
second
of
one
Trubbish.
right before the event dropped,
Okay,
and so the one after that was kind of like, it lost its
yeah, but you need
its meaning
You need
a
those
little bit.
candies though.
And then I was at my house, like I think I opened up the game one time, and it was just like there was 4 Trubbish that spawned. I was like, whoa, my heart.
Yeah, it's cool seeing them. It's
was
definitely cool seeing them. I know it was a holdout for a lot of people, but in the event announcement, they say Absol is going to be in the wild. So that's hype. That's really good stuff. I didn't see a single one. People in my community maybe said they saw 1, 2. Some of them said 3, but like it didn't seem like there was enough of them in the wild to warrant being featured as a isolated Pokemon in the announcement. So that was kind of weird. I know Zoe had mentioned that in her area, she didn't see a single one. So it was very, very bizarre. But then Skorupi was announced for the shiny form being released at the event. And I got one. Yeah, boy.
You got one?
Hell yeah, I did. It is such a good shiny.
Jeez, everybody in my chat, like nobody got one, which is rare, which is so rare because Ricky, shout out to you. You go harder than a Geodude, and
Giggity.
every event he's always like, "Oh yeah, I got like 3 of those." This is the one shiny that like got away, and he's like grinding.
Yeah, the Sylph Research team did some science here, and the rate was definitely not normal. It was much more rare than what they're used to. They actually had so few Skorupi shiny found that they couldn't even get the rate down to a real, exact number. Like they couldn't say 1 in 450. It was something like between 1 in 60 for every 900 or something like that. It was just very loose information, but it is a great looking shiny. But the Skorupis were rare as well. So even finding them in the wild was tough, and then getting that shiny was even harder. But I did get one, which I was so fucking excited for because it is
awesome.
Great looking shiny.
I got a holdout shiny. I got Grimer.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice.
Which I didn't have. And I was like, I clicked in. I was like, oh, man.
That's great.
It looks like an Alolan. I'm so excited.
Well, and then during the takeover itself, that mini event inside the event, Saturday from 2 to 5, all the Team Go Rocket leaders had their potential shiny shadow Pokemon come back. They dropped 2 Rocket Radar fragments. That was exciting. Double Stardust for grunts and leaders. How'd you do? Did you play through that event? Did you?
I was at work, and I was working during the entire event.
Yeah, I took my son out that day, so I got to play like the last half an hour, and for some reason, I mean, it shouldn't really be that shocking, but I am thoroughly enjoying Team Go Rocket now. Like when they first came out, I would do them, but it wasn't like exciting to me. Now it's like if I see, a little wiggly Pokestop in the distance, I'm going for it. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying that segment of the game now.
I'm in the same boat.
Nice.
Like I got a Lapras today. I was so excited that it was a Lapras. I mean, I can't tell you, like I have, I think 2 Sandshrew that if I purify will be 100%.
Nice.
And then I already have 100% Sandslash, so I'm kind of like, I don't necessarily need 300% ones, but I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what I am complaining about is that I've gotten non-stop Sandshrews.
Yeah.
Like I just keep getting them. I'm like, I already have 100%. Like I don't need any more. So every time I like battle them, I'm like, I know I need the fragments. I need the fragments.
Yeah,
but at what cost?
I lined it up so when the event started, I was ready to do my team leaders because that's kind of where I was in the quest for Giovanni Zente, and because I couldn't play the first part of the event, I only got like 45 minutes in. I ended up finding Giovanni like 10 minutes after the event ended, which sucked
Ugh.
because I really wanted to use a Charged TM to get rid of frustration. Now, this was a big one. So we talked about last week how the Shadow Pokemon were buffed, 20% damage increase, 20% additional damage taken, but it was good to kind of preemptively prepare by getting rid of frustration on as many Pokemon, as you could that would have some kind of relevance. So I think I used 46 Charged TMs on Shadow Pokemon during that window. And I did all of the previous 4 Giovanni legendaries, but I couldn't get it done for Entei because I caught him right after the event, which sucked. Did you take part in that? Did you get rid of frustration on any Pokemon, or?
Because I was at work, I forgot to do that.
Oh my God. If you only
listen
to a podcast that would help you remember.
No, yeah, I know. But like, it's tough. It's tough on a Saturday where like throughout the whole week, we're normally like sporadically busy. Like, somebody will come in and they want to buy something, and it's like, it's a totally different ballgame when it's Saturday because there's just people everywhere. And at any moment, people just come in and they're just like, oh, hey, da-da-da-da-da, hey, da-da-da-da. And it's like, if you get that one person that just wants to talk for a really long time after their purchase and before their purchase, it's like, all right, 2 hours go by and I'm like, oh, man, that sale, blah, blah, blah. And, and then it's like, then you're in that mindset.
You're like, the TMs, no!
And then it hit 5 and I said to myself, are you serious? Like, because I went on break at 5 and I'm like,
man.
I can't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I did a bunch of starters. I did a bunch of as far as the leaders are concerned, I was really trying to get the shiny Shadow Metagross from Sierra. So I did, I don't know. I had like a dozen Beldum. So I did all the Beldum, I did all the starters, I did the legendaries. I did, I had a couple Dratinis, I had Porygons in case they do a community day. So, I kind of prepped, but I'm just so bummed I couldn't get that Entei in there. But I think that this is something that they'll do again, at least once a year. You know what I mean?
And we've seen it in the past. So it's going to come again. And this one, they allowed us to take care of like frustration. So maybe the next event, they'll just allow us to, I mean, I don't know if they will, but maybe they allow us to utilize the frustration during the event window in general. Or make it that day, like a 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. type thing.
Man, they gave us 3 hours. They gave you 3 hours. That's enough.
Yeah, but some people work. The fear of missing out.
You got to go pee-pee and get that in when you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. No, I believe me, I saw a ton of people, and I put up tweets. I was like, don't forget. And people, afterwards, I put another tweet. I was like, oh, I just used 45 TMs. How many did you use? And people were like, holy shit, I totally forgot. So the event overload will do that. There's just so much to keep track of. Now, we have our Google Calendar. I'll put the link in the description. You can set up alerts so you can get notified, prior to the event so you get a reminder. Now, we're also in the process of setting up text message alerts. So if you want text message alerts, our text number will be in the description as well. Shoot me a text. I'll get you set up with that. And I think what I'm going to start doing is with part of these reminders, and again, I don't want to send people, shit tons of text all the time, but, maybe a half an hour in their, I'm going to set everyone up by their time zone, but in the respective time zones, like a half an hour before the 2 hour window of community day is on, like I'll send the text saying like, don't forget to evolve, like that kind of stuff, just to remind people of that. And if I had it set up, I would have done it in the last hour of the Go Rocket Takeover, saying like, don't forget to use your TMs because once this window is closed, you're going to be on Beat Street. So I know a lot of people missed out. There's just so much to keep track of. What about the music? I guess you were at work. You couldn't listen to the music. The music. I love it. So good.
Yeah, the music was fantastic. I remember plugging it into my car and I was just like, oh yeah.
It's very groovy. And then on top of all this, it was the Darkrai raid weekend. And Niantic did say that Thundurus was going to be available the weekend in addition to Darkrai. I didn't see a single fucking Thundurus all weekend. Not that I wanted to. I wanted to do the Darkrai's anyway. But I didn't see a single Thundurus, which was a little weird.
Well, fun fact, I still don't have a Thundurus.
What?
But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. He's
You
in
got time.
Go
You got
Battle
time.
League rewards. If
Yeah.
I fight enough, if I become the strongest trainer, and I get good enough in order to fight and win 4 matches, then I have a chance at a Thunderous.
You have the rest of the month, and you've got your legendary raid hours, so you've got opportunity, but don't sleep on it. But Darkrai was one I really wanted to go after because you can't trade Darkrai because it's listed as a mythical. So I ended up doing 22 Darkrai raids over the weekend. 0 shinies. It sucked.
I want to say I did, I think 7 or 8. Or yeah, no, because I did. I had 2 free raid passes, so I did 2 like the day before. So Friday night I did 2, and then Saturday morning I think I did another 5 or 6, maybe 7. No, I think I did 5.
No shinies.
I want to say 5. No shinies.
Ugh.
Actually, a lot of
so
people
bummed.
that were with me did not get shinies.
Yeah, and then there was, I forget who it was in our Discord, they did like 9, they got 3 shinies. I'm like, what the fuck? You can't even trade them. It sucks. It's like crazy.
Yeah, one of the people in the group, they got a Shundo.
Yes.
That's like
fuck. I know,
amazing.
that's super legit. It's such a good looking shiny too, but to recap here, it definitely seems like event overload, but I gotta say, being on the ground and being out there playing over the weekend, it was fucking awesome. Just having so much to do. Darkrai raids, Thunderous raids, the hatching eggs because I'm on foot, doing all the Team Rocket shit, doing like box maintenance and that kind of operational shit, logistical shit, like using TMs, planning for PvP. It just seemed like there was so much to do, and it's definitely a lot, but when you're really in the mix and in the heat of it, it was like, fuck, man, it's so cool. There's just so much shit going on that is so diverse in the game. I was loving it. I was loving it, but
you were on fire.
I was on fire. All right, that was last weekend. We've got events going on right now. We've got events that'll be done by the time you hear this podcast, and then we got events coming all fucking weekend. Adam, why don't you try to make some sense?
I don't even think we'll be able to cover everything.
It's going to be a long show.
So first up, we've got Prepare for Go Battle League event, which is happening right now. It's from Tuesday, March 10th at 8 a.m. all the way to Thursday, the 12th at 10 p.m. And this is coming from g2g.media. And this is probably ending by the time this podcast is out. And there was a new raid boss shakeup. And guess what? It was Registeel, Cresselia, and Thunderous all being available in 5-star raids.
I haven't done shit.
I happened to go out today, and I messaged my chat group, and I said, listen, I want to do Registeel raids because he is a beast in PvP, and I think you all should do the same.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everybody agreed with me, and we all went for Registeels. I did a total of 6 Registeels, caught 5 of them, and 1 was that mint chocolate chip shiny.
You got it? What? You didn't post it?
I got it.
Oh,
I did. I posted it on our
did
story.
You? I missed it. Oh, that's awesome. See, I've been super busy the past couple days. I'm not going to be able to get. I didn't even play for Legendary Hour today. I barely played for Spotlight Hour yesterday. I'm not playing for Mystery Hour tomorrow because I'm doing all website stuff. But what I did was I've got a Registeel, a shiny Registeel trade lined up. So that was my out. I was like, I got 3 shiny Party Hat Gengar, so I was like, all right, I've got an Altered Form Giratina lined up and a shiny Registeel lined up for my Party Hat Gengar, so I'm all about it. But that's great that you got that.
That's fantastic.
Man. That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, and then there was also double Stardust from raids and trainer battles, but not Go Battle League battles.
Right.
And yeah, that's how I did.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I like the legendary shiny. It's been a while since I got a legendary shiny, and I'll take that over not getting, the Scarupti. But I definitely want the Skorupi. I didn't know that you caught it. So like, Skorupi, I don't care. I think it's funny the way I say it. Come on, let me have one thing.
Skorupi-doo?
Delabirds. Skorupi. It sounds cute. Come on, Skorupi.
All right, Skorupi.
It's got a T in it, right?
No.
T? I don't know. All right. And then we have the Go Battle League Season 1 launch event.
Yes.
Get ready. PvP is upon us. 2 days from now. Well, I mean, when you're listening to this, it's coming out Friday. So it starts Friday, the 13th, from 8 a.m. to Monday, the 16th at 10 p.m., your local time zone. And this is coming from PokemonGoHub.net. And it's going to be featuring Pokemon that do well in the Go Battle Leagues. So you're going to see fighting type Pokemon appearing more frequently. Shiny Timber is going to be available in 1-star raids.
That's awesome.
That's like hype is up there on that one. And then if you win all 5 of your in the premium battle league track, you will also earn a premium battle pass.
Yeah. So if you're a baller and you're very confident in your abilities, you spend your premium battle pass to play in the premium track. If you win all 5, you earn it right back. So you can net out 0 if you're a baller. so
it's just like if you didn't pay money, but it's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward.
Yes.
So I mean I look at it like that. And then you can complete up to 7 sets of Go Battle League matches per day for a total of 35 battles.
That's awesome.
35. That's a lot. I'm kind of on the edge. I'm like, I do like 10, maybe 15 if I'm feeling frisky.
Well, the thing is here, this is where you're going to see the elite players jump up in the rankings really fast because they're going to be getting such a high count of battles in way early in Season 1. So they're going to be able to reach those higher ranks much sooner. And I'd imagine that a lot of people that have held off with preseason will be coming to Go Battle League for the first time with the official launch of Season 1. So these experienced battlers are going to pretty much fucking wreck shop, in the first week, and they'll be able to do 35 battles a day and get their rank,
I win 1 and I'm feeling frisky.
Woo-hoo!
I'm just like, oh yeah, I won 1, and then I'll lose all the next 4, and I'm just like, oh no, oh I have to walk a couple kilometers to get the next one. I'll go walk.
There you
so
go.
Then I can get at least 1 match win. I like the Stardust. Come on, we all could use a little Stardust in our lives.
Hell yeah.
So also you're gonna receive bonus Stardust for Go Battle League matches, and this also is going to run along the Altered Form Giratina raid weekend.
Right. So just like the Team Go Rocket thing did Darkrai was with the Darkrai weekend, this event is going to be running at the same time as the Altered Form Giratina raid weekend. And it's also the same time as fucking Community Day weekend. There's just so much going on. But you got to remember a couple things, too, that's really important to keep in mind. With the launch of Go Battle League Season 1, there is going to be those rule changes. Stardust and TM drops will now increase with player rank, or at least I think they're going to increase. They say that it's going to be the amount of TMs and Stardust that drops depend on your rank. I'm assuming the higher your rank, the greater the reward.
Which would make sense. So if you're actually putting in the work,
right,
you're
getting
for it.
Yep. Ranks 2 and 3 will now require wins to progress, where before you just had to play. Now you actually have to win. Rewards have been updated. Metagross is going to be a guaranteed encounter at rank 4. Rufflet is available at rank 7. I want to call myself out. I definitely fucked up last week. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Philly Safari Zones, Rufflet's supposed to make its debut. Now they're launching it, here in Go Battle League. In the fucking announcement, it actually said, Rufflet will be available prior to this event. I, totally spaced on that shit. So that was my fault. Sorry about that.
See, I was thinking that, but I actually, I don't
call
like
me out on that shit. I don't care. But I totally blew that one. As soon as
I like to stay in my corner.
Dude, the podcast was out for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and someone had posted bruh, it says right here. They highlight it and send it to me. I was like, damn, they fucking pulled a receipt on that shit. Pikachu Libre is going to be guaranteed reward for hitting rank 10. That's amazing. I want that shit. A little bit later, we're going to talk about its stats and moves because that stuff has been found in the code. Pikachu Libre will be available down the road at lower ranks. So don't think you have to, the only way you're going to be able to get this thing ever is by hitting rank 10. You just have to, your rank 10 is going to be the guaranteed reward for now, but it will be available lower ranks later.
Yeah, it's just kind of, I guess, to show off.
Sure, it's hell yeah, it's a straight flex. And then rank 10 will also get you avatar items in that pose inspired by Steven, the Hoenn champion. And this is going to be running Great League from the 13th at 1 p.m. to the 27th at 1 p.m. So we've got 2 weeks of Great League coming up. So, get it's so crazy. Like, you can play in all the different leagues right now. It's like I've been maintaining the master because that's what I've been doing the best at. But I go back and do some Great League matches. And
I'm still the best in Great. I can't. I won't even touch Ultra.
Ultra, I'm a fucking
I keep
mess.
Getting crushed in Master.
Now, Master, I'm doing pretty well. And it's an interesting conversation because the meta changes not just with, the leagues, but I think the meta changes with each rank because you seem to see very, very on-meta Pokemon in the lower ranks, and then things start to get spicy as you get to the higher ranks. And I'm in that rank 9 limbo right now, so it's like I can't budge, I can't move, even if I do well, because the people that I'm matched with just, because my matchmaking rank took such a shit in Ultra League, I'm just trying to catch up. So it's like I want this to reset. I cannot wait for it to reset. But just
right?
But just don't forget about all this stuff, especially that season 1 itself is actually starting. So it's really gonna start making sense. But like I said earlier, though, this is still taking place during the Abra Community Day, which is Sunday the 15th. Adam, give us the deets.
Abra Community Day is this Sunday, the 15th. It's going to be 11 to 2 p.m. in the Northern Hemisphere and 3 to 6 p.m. in the Southern Hemisphere with triple catch XP. So drop that lucky egg, get some extra XP, and our lures will be lasting 3 hours as per usual. And then if you evolve your Abra all the way up to an Alakazam, up to 2 hours after the event, you'll get the exclusive move. We don't know what it is yet, so stay tuned to our social channels, and we will let you know the second we know.
Yes.
Which I'm sure once this podcast goes live, you'll already know. So,
yeah, no, it's
unless Ken wants to put a little bumper here that says, "Adam, it's this."
Yeah, record scratch.
And then cut this back in.
Hey everyone, this is Ken from the future. I did want to jump in with a little bumper here. As I was editing this episode, Niantic announced that Abra Community Day has been postponed. And they also announced a bunch of other changes coming to help us get by instead of being out there catching Abra. So check this out. A one-time purchase bundle of 30 incense is available for 1 Pokecoin in the store. The incense will last 1 hour. If you haven't picked this up already, what are you waiting for? It's a ridiculous deal. Half hatch distance when eggs are placed into incubators during the Community Day window. Pokestops will now drop gifts more frequently, and Pokemon habitats will increase, and more Pokemon will be appearing in the wild. So what they're really trying to do here is encourage individualized play and keep us safe. So thanks, Niantic, for that. Stay safe, trainers. Wash your hands, and let's get back to the show.
Stay tuned for our announcement when the tickets will be available for Investigating Illusions, which will only cost 99 cents.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, and just fucking do it. Just buy it.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
For the rewards.
And it's going to get you some fantastic rewards. I don't know how you feel about a Poffin. I don't want a Poffin.
You see, I want the Poffin. That's like,
I don't want a Poffin.
That's one of the main.
It's probably because nobody's buying them. Period.
Well, I've never bought one. Well, the people.
I've never bought one.
Look, in Master League PvP, the Poffin can make all the difference to helping you get your Pokemon to best buddy status. Because I lead my Master League party with 100% Kyogre, and he's my best buddy. So even if and I see a lot of mirror matches in rank 9 with Kyogre leads. So I'll go against other Kyogre leads even if they're at 100%, but I have a couple extra hit points because I have that best buddy boost, that CP boost. So it makes all the difference. I'm working on getting my 100% Togekiss to best buddy because that's the one I really want to have that best buddy bonus in Master League because my Togekiss puts in the most work for me. So,
Man, I'm slacking.
yeah, man, it's like there's a lot of different ways to strategize over this shit. So I definitely want the Poffin. The Poffin itself is $1. So Rocket Radar, Poffin,
Well-
13,000 Stardust, like, yo, that's worth it. Plus you get to play the event. It's, I'm
Right?
not concerned.
It's just nice to get rewards for the actual like event too. So like I'm sure they'll give us, other rewards, Pokemon, Stardust, balls, stuff.
Well, it says and more in the announcement, so who knows what else they'll give us, but there will be and more. But wait, there's more. There will be something there.
But
as well.
wait, there's more.
All right, there is more.
Wait, did you say Genesect?
I did. So this is hype level fucking maximum. So today, the date of this recording, Niantic on Twitter puts out a little teaser of an image of some footprints, and they are Genesect's fucking footprints. So I'm very excited to announce that Genesect is making its debut, and I'm going to read this announcement directly from PokemonGoLive.com. It says, Genesect, the Paleozoic Pokemon, will be making its Pokemon Go debut in a new special research story event, a drive to investigate. Remember the Mysterious Weekend event? That was the one we talked about last week. That was mentioned in the March events announcement. It'll take place alongside the special research story event to aid you in your journey to study the mysterious Genesect. Whether or not you have a ticket, you'll be able to enjoy the weekend-long Genesect-themed event. A little disclaimer here. Remember, events are going to vary in certain areas until further notice. Keep an eye out to Niantic's social channels for announcement. Italy, South Korea, Japan. Things are all messed up over there because of COVID-19. So just, if you're in those areas, stay safe. Just listen and review Niantic social channels for updates on how these things are going to happen in your area. All right, the Genesect-themed weekend event. I got to cover so much shit before I can even talk about it. But this is the weekend of the 20th, Friday the 20th from 8 a.m. to Monday the 23rd at 10 p.m. This is running alongside, like I said, the Mysterious Weekend event. Now, the Mysterious Weekend event, we already know, is featuring normal, fire, water, electric, and ice Pokemon. We have Shiny Nincada being released. We're going to see Bug and Steel raid Pokemon. We have 2-time catch, 2x hatch Stardust. This is also running alongside the Cobalion raid weekend. And also updated today, the day that we're releasing this podcast, actually. This was supposed to be Cobalion weekend from Friday to Monday. They've actually extended this. So rather than being released on Friday the 20th, Cobalion weekend will actually start Tuesday the 17th and run through Monday the 23rd. So now you have a couple extra days to get your Cobalion. And the Cobalion could be shiny, can have a special move. And while we're talking about the raid weekend, Lugia, which is the following weekend, also, rather than start on Friday the 27th, is going to be starting on Tuesday the 24th. Our calendar will be updated. Make sure you download and get connected with our Google Calendar. All the details will be listed there. Okay, finally, a drive to investigate. This is the actual special research story event. And I like this branding. I like how they're saying that. Special research story event. Because when they tell a narrative, it's a little bit more exciting than just spin a stop for 3 days or catch this many Pokemon. Like, they're actually telling some kind of story that lead you to actually having an encounter with Genesect, just like they did with Celebi or Mew. So this is what it is. It's happening that weekend, the Friday the 20th, but it's going to be running until Thursday the 26th. This is longer than was originally planned. Again, because of all the fucking madness with COVID-19, they're extending this stuff to give people more opportunity to be able to play in a safe environment and not have to worry about all being out at the same time. So good on Niantic for doing that. And here's the information straight from Pokemon Go Live. It says, Professor Willow has found a peculiar trail of damage that appears to have been created by a single Pokemon. The kicker? The damage seems to have been caused by attacks of a wide variety of types. Help him discover which Pokemon is behind them in this brand new special research story event. This event doesn't have a set location. If you have a ticket, you can take part wherever you can play Pokemon Go. You can purchase a ticket to gain access to this unique limited time experience where you'll compete in a variety of tasks to earn an encounter with Genesect. Genesect's signature attack changes depending on the drive that it's holding. Genesect will also appear in EX raids starting in April. Okay, so end quote. So just like Regigigas, the special research event will allow you to encounter him early. It will be coming to EX raids. If you don't want to buy the ticket, which will be $7.99 US or your equivalent, you could just wait till the end of April to encounter it when it is going to be coming to EX raids. So you got time on that. There are, however, a ton of bonuses that will come along with the ticket, which may motivate you to buy it, and I'm all for. So check this out. You're going to get the Drive to Investigate medal, so this will be the associated medal with the research. You'll have research that will lead to an encounter with Durant, the Eastern Hemisphere bug type. So I don't think they're going to be bringing Heatmore over to the Western Hemisphere. I think this is just an exclusive move for Durant, so that's really cool for us. You're going to get exclusive avatar items such as a bag and cap based on Genesect, 5 premium raid passes, 3 super incubators, 3 charged TMs, 3 fast TMs, 3 incense, 3 star pieces, 1 poffin, 15 rare candies, and a glacial lure. Woo! That's awesome. And I definitely feel that this is worth the price of admission. Absolutely. I'm all for it. I'm really fucking hyped about this. I don't know if you've ever seen the Genesect movie. It's one of the best animated Pokemon movies in my opinion.
I think that's actually like the one movie I have not seen.
Oh, it's so good.
Like literally the one movie.
It's so good. It's really one of the best. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like them all, even the fucking terrible Volcanion movie, but the Genesect one is really, really good. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. What the fuck was that?
That was Genesect.
Oh my god, dude, it scared the shit out of me.
It scared the shit out of me. I was like,
how did you
what
do
was
that?
That was on YouTube.
Damn, it fucking scared me. Damn. It's about this.
It was meant to.
Jeez Louise. Broke my fucking eardrums. All right. So yeah, if you want, get your ticket because this is going to be fun. This weekend's going to be packed with shit. There's just so much going on. And again, Abra and all that stuff this weekend, Genesect next weekend. God, there's so much shit to keep track of.
Well, all I know is I'm excited for Abra, so.
Yes, me too. Safari Zone St. Louis postponed due to COVID.
This is sad.
Yeah, this is
sad.
This is heavy duty. I'm going to read the actual statement from the Niantic Labs blog. It says, "We've been monitoring the COVID-19 situation closely, especially as it pertains to our Niantic live events around the world. We have made the difficult decision to postpone Safari Zone St. Louis. We are looking into alternate dates within the next 12 months and will provide an update as soon as possible. We will refund the amount paid by trainers if they request a refund of their ticket via in-app support. Deadline to request a refund is March 25th, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time. If you do not request a refund, you will be able to use your existing ticket for the rescheduled Safari Zone. As an added bonus, for those who retain their tickets, we will activate the Safari Zone Pokemon encounters and special research globally during the original scheduled event hours in your local time zone, so that you can still enjoy the event from wherever you are in the world. Only ticket holders will be able to experience this bonus event." End quote. Okay, this sucks. The COVID-19 thing is fucking nuts, man. It's getting...
Yeah, it's scary.
It is scary. There's cases in St. Louis. You know, I know this was an exceptionally difficult decision for Niantic, but they have to protect the well-being of their trainers. They did say in the statement that Liverpool and Philadelphia are still scheduled at this point. They're still on, but they're monitoring it closely. So it's just, you got to stay safe out there. Wash your fucking hands. You know, do what you got to do. But, oh, man, I know a lot of people are in tight situation because a lot of people paid for travel. A lot of people have non-refundable stuff going on. And it's like, yeah, thank you, Niantic, for refunding the cost of the ticket. But we're talking about $18, $12. If you've got non-refundable airline tickets for $1,000, or, you know, a hotel that you can't get a refund on, or Airbnb you can't cancel, it could be a real difficult situation. So, Adam, why don't you run through? We got a couple tips here for you, just in case you have travel booked already.
I know the group I had, we were getting a group vehicle and a hotel. Those we could cancel. at no cost,
Right.
and same thing with the car. So everything. I mean, so I it's upsetting if you're somebody who bought plane tickets or something like that. Like, my heart goes out to you. Like, that.
Yeah,
that stinks.
sucks.
Like, a lot. But what we recommend is, if you don't have travel booked, keep your ticket. You get to play from like the comfort of your own home. Hopefully you have trainers that were going with you that are from your area that you can get together with and then still enjoy the day together as a group, because that's what I plan on doing. And then plus you get access to whenever the event is scheduled. So like, you still get to go to St. Louis when it gets rescheduled.
Right. You got to remember, they haven't canceled the event. They've just postponed it. So a lot of YouTube videos have kind of clickbaity, thumbnails and stuff saying St. Louis canceled. It's like, it's postponed. You know what I mean? So that means that retaining your ticket, you'll get the global activation locally, but you'll also still be able to use that same ticket to gain entries whenever they reschedule this thing. Now, if down the road they say, okay, we were going to reschedule it, but now we're fully canceling it, I'm sure something will come up then. But at this point, $12, $18, keep the fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see that being the part of the deal that breaks things,
And then if it's going to give you the access to like the event spawns and stuff, like, that's why. That's not necessarily why you're going. You're going there to get away from it all and to, enjoy Pokemon with other like-minded trainers.
Right.
But, you're gonna get not the same experience. You're gonna get an experience, and you get to do it from the comfort of your own, town. The hot spots. Where all the Pokestops are. You know what I mean? So, like, the area.
Yeah, this is going to be similar to when they had the Saturday rainout day of GoFest last year in the U.S., where they were able to give everyone that had the Saturday access ticket, that makeup day locally. So it'll run the same way. So, all the spawns, all the special research, all that stuff will activate on that weekend as if you were there. So if you had a Friday ticket, you'll have that experience on Friday. If you had a Saturday ticket, you'll get that experience on Saturday. Now, But what, Adam? What about if you had travel booked? Now this really does suck.
Yeah, so you need to, like, immediately, like, as you're hearing this, you need to just pause the podcast and you need to contact your provider as soon as possible. Let them know of the situation and push for a refund. I have heard of Hotels.com, which does not normally do refunds, giving refunds out due to the circumstances.
Yep.
And if you can't get a refund, see if they will at least give you a credit or a voucher for a future stay. Because, again, if and when this gets rescheduled, you'll already have, a hotel ready.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
it's a shitty situation. There's no way to kind of dance around that. Like, but trainer safety has to come first. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shitty situation. And Pokemon Go Hub put together a pretty nice article about some tips to stay safe as a trainer. So I'm going to reference that article in the description. Make sure you check it out. But this is what they wrote in their article. And they said, quote, COVID-19, popularly known as coronavirus, is currently spreading throughout, and it's important to stay safe, especially as a Pokemon Go player. As a community, we interact with a lot of people on a regular basis, and viruses can easily spread through participating in regular activities such as raiding and catching together. Again, because we're so close to each other. A lot of times we're jammed in cars, we're huddled in groups. You got to be very aware of that stuff. So, some of their tips to increase your safety. Of course, wash your hands. This is a no-brainer. Avoid public transportation. I know that may not be possible for everybody, but it sucks. This is one I put in here. Don't swap phones. And I see this a lot in raids, even for fun, like, hey, you catch this one for me, or before we do our check on the shiny, I'll give you my phone, you give me yours, I'll tap it for you. Like, just got to remember how fucking nasty phones are. I don't even want to let you
Yeah,
know
like,
what my phone has on it. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
like Ken goes to the bathroom and he's got his phone.
for like hours a day.
You know,
I'm-
so he's
I'm on
probably
the
got
toilet.
poop particles on there.
Absolutely, all caked up and shit. We'll go with poop. I'm gonna go with
Oh
that.
yeah,
But no, phones are fucking nasty. There's a lot of germs on phones, so don't swap phones. And something that I've been doing lately, because I've been using Pokemon Go as kind of this escape and coping mechanism with all the drama in my life right now, is consider playing solo. Play by yourself. And I know this goes against a core tenet of Pokemon Go, but this is a temporary thing. Raiding, grinding, walking, you could do all that stuff on your own. Use online tools like Discord, connect with your Ultra friends, get some PvP on remotely. And I also put this one in here. Listen to more podcasts. That's something you could do. But no, seriously.
yeah, that's true.
It's
But then we would have to record another episode right after this with all new information. So
I'm okay with that. There's probably enough to record 3 episodes here. We're already fucking 45 minutes in or whatever. But no, it's a shitty situation for sure. But you have to protect yourself and not take this lightly. I've seen so much stuff on social media making light of it. I've seen a lot of people, going and buying toilet paper. There's a lot of craziness going on, but the reality of it is you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your loved ones, your family, the people you care about, and the people around you. So you have to be, at least, if nothing else, aware of what could happen and how to, limit yourself to it being potentially exposed and protect yourself, going forward, because this is a serious situation. And if it wasn't serious, you wouldn't see, like we talked last week, GDC got canceled. Fuck, E3 got canceled today. Like, things are just happening. Like, South by Southwest canceled. Like, it's nuts.
Now's the perfect time to get a cruise. I'm sure the prices are down.
Fuck that
So
shit,
book it now.
dude. I am not going on a cruise.
Right?
Bulbadork had posted like round trip flight to New York was like $88. Travel is super cheap right now, but public transportation, you're in a fucking closed space with limited airflow with people that are fucking traveling. It's fucked up, man. It's a crazy situation. It's like, it's hard to stay home. It's hard to do this stuff, but that's why you got to at least be aware of what you could do to protect yourself and protect those around you. So check out the link at GoHub and, see what you could do. Wash your damn hands. All right, Adam, I think we're ready to take a break here. Yeah, wash them good. Sing the Team Rocket theme song twice when you wash your hands. That should be about 2 minutes. But
Yeah.
Adam, you ready to take a break, man? That was a lot of fucking info.
I am ready. I am
All right.
so ready.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to talk about the 0.169 APK teardown and poke the bear. Man, the teardown is fucking big. There's a lot of info there as well. But we'll be back right after this. And we're back from our break. Thank you guys so much for that. Appreciate that break. Little housekeeping to get through before we do the back half of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Brittany, Jay, James, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, The Noise, Harry, PokeNabBot, Purple Pancakes, Them Gears Be Banging, Lady Goobly Meat, Go Ranger Matt, The Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, Justin, Val, Monica, PJ, Trainer Dex J, Augmented Naturally, Jay Mackle, Brian, Smeatwad, G-Stacks, Sam, and new for this week, DJ Banks. Thank you guys so
Banks.
incredibly much. As always, huge shout out to our executive producer, Paul Bott. And if Patreon isn't your thing, There's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. All right. APK breakdown. There's a lot here. Strap in.
Break it down.
Strap on. Put your strap on. But
oh, wait, say what now?
Yes, exactly. I'm going to disclaim this as I always do.
Podcast? Come on.
It is not a family podcast.
No. Fuck. No.
Yeah, exactly. All right, APK teardowns. This is not confirmed or announced by Niantic, and data mining is considered breaking the terms of service. So shame on them, not us, because we're just reporting on it. Yeah, shame on us too a little bit. This is coming from PokemonGoHub.net. We're also going to get into some Pokeminer stuff at the end here. But there's a lot of stuff found in this mine. Again, 0.169.0. This has already started to roll out. So a lot of this stuff is kind of hidden deep in the mines. But Adam, let's run through this. So we got Elite TMs. Talked about this last week.
Oh my goodness. We're getting them.
We're getting them. But does this mean that we're going to see them before the end of Go Battle League Season 1? Because we know that they're a reward for hitting rank 7, right? But because they're in the code already, does that mean we could possibly see them hit the shop a little earlier? Who knows? We have new text when using a TM. You'll actually get instead of it just saying like, you forgot this move and learned this one, it'll actually say the 1, 2, ta-da, and that, which is in line with the main series games, which is kind of cool.
That's cool. I'm really hyped for that.
This is a good one. So we saw this in the code, probably a week or two ago, but how you could search on age, and we were like, what the fuck? You could already do that. Search by recent, forward, and backwards. Now you could just dial this in a little bit more. So just make sure you check out the GoHub link because it could be a little technical here. But if you type the word age and then put a number directly after it, you're going to be able to see the Pokemon that you caught that many days ago. So if you do age 5, you'll see your 5-day-old Pokemon. Age 10, you'll see your 10-day-old Pokemon, and so forth. You could type age -5. We'll show you the Pokemon caught from that many days ago coming forward. So if you do age -5, it'll show you all your Pokemon up to 5 days old.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Then you could do, and again, I'll just use numbers as examples here. You could do age 5-10. Doing something like that will show you the Pokemon that are caught between those 2 days. So if you do age 5-10, it'll show you the Pokemon caught between 5 and 10 days ago. Again, you're just able to dial this shit in. And then finally, age 5-. It'll show you the Pokemon that are older than the number that you put in. So you want to see your Pokemon that you caught, more than 2 weeks ago, you could put in age 15-. It'll show you everything from 15 days or later, which is pretty cool. You could also search on year with a number. So if you put like year 2019, you'll see all your 2019 Pokemon. Year 2016, all your 2016 Pokemon. This is good if you're trying to find old Pokemon really quickly to to see what you can trade to potentially get some lucky action. Another new search term, Evolve New. This is exciting. So you put in Evolve New, it'll show you what Pokemon you have that if you were to evolve them would be a new dex entry. So if you're wondering like what Pokemon to make your buddy, what Pokemon to sink rare candy into, search on Evolve New. It'll let you know what you need a dex entry for. You could also search on news by today, yesterday, or days ago, which is kind of weird. So you can see like today's news, yesterday's news, or older news. It's not that much news where you kind of need to do that, but it's interesting you could do that. We have new forms. Now, Adam, I want you to put on your tinfoil hat here. Dragonite, Pikachu, and Onix costumes for 2020. One,
Crystal Onix.
Okay, all right. I was going to get there. Like, could this just be more hats, or could it be something exciting like fucking Crystal Onix? Like, how
Crystal Onix.
Yes. What about Dragonite?
Dragonite, we can get, like from the Pokemon movie, he had a messenger bag.
Yes, that would be so cute. I would fucking
and then
love
for
that.
Pikachu.
Well, maybe that's Pikachu Libre. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Maybe no, because he would be named. That's interesting. Maybe it's just another fucking hat. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm excited for the Dragonite and Onyx, because if it's Crystal Onyx, we were just talking about that on the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast on episode 85.
Yeah, exactly.
We just watched the Crystal Onyx episode, and we were like, man, I can't believe they haven't done this. So that would be really, really, really fucking cool if they brought Crystal Onyx in, but who knows? But that's definitely a tinfoil hat situation. We have no evolve text, and we have text in the code not for release, which is very interesting. So I don't know if that's for test Pokemon, for maybe promotional Pokemon, who knows? But that was interesting in there. Lugia's Aeroblast move was added, doesn't have stats yet. Safari Zone badges have been added. New hatch and evolve animations. Oh, man, there was a video of someone hatching a party hat shiny Squirtle. And when it comes out of the egg, it's a regular...
Does it explode?
It does. It's like...
Because that happened to me today. And I was like, what just happened?
You evolved like a...
But it wasn't a shiny. It was just a party
costume
hat. Yeah, and it just like exploded.
Yeah.
I was like, what does this mean?
It was so cool. So freaking cool. It hatches as the regular form, and then kind of like has this blast and turns into the costume form, which is really cool. We have new buddy tutorial icons. We have Go Battle League updates, code for adding additional battles. So I guess where they're increasing the amount of sets that you could do from 5 to 7. So that's probably what this means. A battle party refresh fix. And I think this is going to be where sometimes if you go back to like your hub, the last party you used wouldn't be saved, or it would refresh that. I don't know, something there where it's cleaning that up. And then something
I think it would be like where you like heal your Pokemon from like the previous raid that are like good for the same raid, and then maybe it like updates that. Yeah, now that they're healed, it gives you the better party.
But this is specifically for Go Battle League, though.
Oh, okay.
And then something in there for Best Buddies backfilled. So I don't know what that means, but it's in there. Unova Dex count. So I don't know if that's going to be potentially something where a badge, or maybe this will be tied to research, something like that, where a certain number will be a goal. Apple ID login has finally been added. It's just more ways to connect your game to the Matrix. Point of interest updates. There's something in the code that says maybe show edit button. So this might be something where if you're out of Pokestop submissions, you won't have the option to edit or something like that. Who knows? This was a very nerdy one, but Zeneject injection. So Zeneject it's part of Unity, the actual coding backbone of the game. So something where the handling of game assets is going to be handled a little bit differently, the way they pool data together. This ultimately could make things harder for data miners with the master file v2 that's rolling. So we'll have to see how that goes going forward. This is an interesting one. Project Vacation. So who knows what that means? But everyone's making jokes and speculation like, all right, if not, Niantic's giving us so many events through February and March, then maybe they'll take April off. It's like Project Vacation, no fucking events in April. Like, that's it. We're on vacation.
They'll give us a vacation. No, they'll give us Pikachu with the sunglasses back.
So this one is, a little bit of spoilery here, but the Abra Community Day tickets are going to be going on sale the day before Community Day, Saturday the 14th, 8 a.m. Okay. It's like, yeah, I almost feel bad talking about this shit sometimes. I'm such a shill. Item drops from stops. This is pretty exciting. Incense incubators, lucky eggs, star pieces, and lures have been added to the potential drop pool from Pokestops. So when they're going to flip the switch, if this will be permanent, if this will be event-based, if this will be, whatever it is, but now it can actually happen on the server side. So they won't have to update the game for them to say, hey, today star pieces can be dropped. So that's pretty exciting.
Well, that'll probably be like your 7-day streak,
yeah, stuff like that.
One of those, like a King's Rock or something, you get like a one-time incubator.
Yeah, that'd be so cool getting fucking lucky
eggs. Game changer. I would totally have that over anything else.
Well, premium raid passes are also potentially droppable. So
Really?
maybe this is just for the Go Battle League like event rewards, but they're kind of queued up and lined up the same way in the code as the stuff that could drop from Pokestop. So that's exciting. So all this was coming from the Pokemon Go Hub article. Let's go over to Pokeminers now. So they post their stuff on Twitter, and they also detail it a little bit more technical, a little less narrative. They detail everything on Reddit. So I'm going to post to a Reddit link in the description. But there is something called AR Collection. And it doesn't necessarily mean augmented reality, because it seemed like it had to do with POI submissions. So there was a lot of code, like a fucking huge string of all these different details. I don't really know what it means. The stats for Pikachu Libre have been included now. They are the same as regular Pikachu so far. So this isn't going to be a situation like Armored Mewtwo, where Armored Mewtwo and Mewtwo have different stats. It seems right now that Pikachu and Pikachu Libre will have the same stats. Stamina 111, attack 112, defense 96. Nothing that great. However, we know its moves. Fast moves, it can learn Thunder Shock and Charm, which is cool. And the charge moves,
unique.
Flying Press, Thunder Punch, and Play Rough. Now, Flying Press was added to the code a couple months ago. We were like, this is how Luchas move. And then we saw the code for Pikachu Libre, and we're like, oh, it makes sense now. We have
this
the stat.
Pikachu can be like a total fairy.
It could Charm and Play Rough Pikachu.
Man, this is getting crazy.
Flying Press in PvP, though, 90 power with an energy of 40. Those are good PvP stats. So yeah, it's Pikachu, but this could be exciting. This could be fun to use and a cool flex if you could pull this off. But you know, a Charm Flying Press, you know, like a completely off tone Pikachu, that's pretty exciting. That could be really fun.
Yeah, no, it seems powerful. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously it's, you know, it's got its own niche.
I just want the fucking
PvP
mask.
world,
I just want him the outfit. It's so great.
I know everybody that I face with the outfit on, like they're like impossible to beat. And I'm like, great, great. And then the other day, I fought the same person twice, back to back.
I was like, 4 in a row, same person.
I was like, are you
4
serious?
out of 5.
Like, I can't even change my people.
I lost every time.
It's like I just jumped in and like, oh no,
I lost every fucking time. I was like,
he knows
God
all my moves.
There's certain Pokemon that like my team just has no answer for. And it's like this team, I had no fucking answer for it. And it was like every time starts with a Dialga, then I swap in my safe swap into fucking Togekiss, and he brings in the Metagross, and it's like, fuck, I'm doomed. It's like there was just no way I could avoid it.
And then he brings a Jirachi, he uses Doom Desire.
You know, I'm seeing some really cool, spicy ass picks. I think King of Charmanders did a all mythical Mew Celebi Jirachi party and was fucking he went 5 for 5. It was fucking awesome. So cool. But yeah, this APK mine is big. There's a lot of stuff here, and it'll be interesting to see how this stuff kind of rolls out, because you know, I'm sure we'll see some of this stuff soon, and some of the stuff might just be stuff we never see, you know, or never even hear about because it's just transparent in the game. But whew, that was a lot. All right, Adam, you want to poke the bear?
Listen, we got to poke the bear. You asked on Twitter, you said, do you think the Go Battle League is ready to launch Season 1 on Friday? Why or why not? And me personally, I think it is. I think I've seen a lot of improvement from all the updates.
Yeah.
As of recently. I mean, I did have one match today where, you know, the little loading thing went on, but it worked out in my favor.
So it's okay.
So it's one of those like, I don't know, like, and it's like I can't see. It doesn't show that they're attacking me, but then all of a sudden, like, they get their charge move off.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, so this is a heated one, because the most recent update that rolled out, the 0.169.0, that Niantic support said that they specifically addressed a couple fast moves that were causing and triggering lag in matches. So Niantic has been able to...
If somebody knew about that and was exploiting that, like, oh my God.
Right. But how could they have known? The thing is, like, we think of lag, we think of connection. So there's actually moves
it was probably
that were triggering
my
it.
tackle on my Tauros.
Yeah, right.
Who uses
But
that guy?
apparently this new update is addressing that. So that's very it makes me think that they're going to be able to really start honing in on these updates and cleaning this up. The thing is, right now it's Wednesday the 11th. Fucking season 1 is on Friday the 13th. It's 2 days from now. So who knows if we'll see.
I mean, it's kind of pretty close, but
I know. Again, work in progress, live game, service game. It's the grind never stops for the development team. But here we go. My thoughts. Is it ready? It's definitely ready. The infrastructure is there. Is the performance there? No. The performance is not there. When I look at a game like Clash Royale, when I look at a game like Words with Friends, there's not issues where connection is like a global issue. You might have isolated issues because you are playing on the internet, but not something to the point of where if I'm doing 35 battles a day, is it a possibility for me to get through all 35 of those battles without running into a technical hiccup? Probably not. But does that mean I don't think it should launch? No, I definitely think it should launch because we need to be a live fire game. This has got to go. We just got to go for it. And it does suck because now that the competitive space is really opening up, you run that risk of getting bit in the ass by fucking lag or latency or glitches or whatever. But the show must go on. So I put that question out on Twitter. We got a lot of great feedback. I want to run through some of these. This one from Out the Door SWAT on Twitter says, the new update seems to have solved a lot, but with Season 1 starting right after this update, it may be a bit early to tell for sure. I think giving it another week to make sure there's no issues to the update would have been nice. That's the way I think of it is like this. Now, thanks for writing it out there, the SWAT, but with how deep and developed this game is, that's like a never-ending struggle. Because you could say, oh, one more week, we could have tightened it a little bit more. But at the end of that week, you could say, oh, just one more week and we can tighten it some more. And it's like, it's just never ending.
Yeah, just one more week. One more week.
Right. Jackie K writes in, says, I think it's totally ready. It's not perfect when it comes to the server stuff, lag and that, but it's also an environment where it doesn't really matter. The ranks themselves don't really favor dropping, and the number of people actually used for ranks doesn't really mean much. So this is an interesting take. Jackie K, thanks for writing in. But some people, all they care about is the numbers. And clearly, some people don't care about the numbers. So that's why this is such an interesting environment. Because people care about so many different things. They're still playing the same game, but they have very, very different cares. T. Blissy on Twitter writes in, says, hi, my name is the beta. I fucking cracked up at this one. I was like, that shit is so good. I was laughing so hard because a lot of people did feel that way. Where maybe instead of calling it the preseason, they should have called it the beta. Because a lot of people did invest money into this,
I feel like
right?
That would have made it.
Like, yeah. I think that the community would have been a little bit more forgiving to glitches and errors and lag and that kind of stuff if this was a beta and not the preseason. I just think that would have been a little bit more forgiving. But T. Blissy, I was fucking cracking up. That's some good shit. It's really, really funny. Adam, you want to go through a couple more of these?
All right. So this is Buckeye Fitzy on Twitter. No, because I'm 50 points away from rank 10 and obviously should got there in the preseason. In reality, the lag and latency are still pretty bad, but if that's not really fixable, then I guess the show must go on.
The show has to go on.
Right, it does. And I mean, yes, there's some issues here and there, but I mean, we just gotta drop the hammer and just go. I mean, it's in the name of the game. Go. Pokemon Go means go. And this is coming from Rave Dog. I haven't played Go Battle League in over a week because of the server lag. I feel you there. He said, I don't like losing when I can't control it. I lose a lot. But whenever it's something out of my control, rather than my skills/Pokemon, it just feels bad.
Yeah.
Now, I understand
Yeah,
exactly where he's
that,
coming
for
from
sure.
because this was me a week ago.
Yep.
Because we spoke about it on the last podcast. And since then, I've played a ton more battles because, like, it's actually been fun.
Yeah, but no, I get that. That's like, it's like a rage moment where you're like, I should win this match. I should be winning. I'm fucking 2 Pokemon ahead. I've got both my shields. He's got no shields. And then all of a sudden the game just takes a shit. And before you know it, you're just wiped. So yeah, I feel you, man.
And then this one's coming from Dickonge.
He
says, "Have you all up?"
I may have included this just
It's
because
DJ
of this
Dickin.
guy's name. It's his username is DJ Dickon, right? But the @ is Dickonj, like DICKONJ. So I was like, is it Dick O New Jersey? Is it Dick on J? I was like, I don't care. I'm fucking including it because it's Dick on J. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but that shit made me laugh. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, he says, have you all updated to 0.169.0? I know it says early days, but my first 4 battles yesterday had no significant issues, other than me being beaten by better players. Didn't see double hits or failure to shield. Didn't see switch pop up again.
Yeah. The switch pop up, I was getting a lot where, you're tapping, and then all of a sudden your switch screen comes up and you could still, like, if you're in the middle of a charge move and you can touch behind the pop up for switch, but it was definitely in the way. It's really fucking annoying. But I think the new update, addressed that for sure.
Yeah, because I've definitely switched out and it's been fine. The past couple of matches that I've done today, so.
All right, we got 2 more responses. These 2 came through on Discord. First one from Illustrious Overseer says, it depends, honestly. There are still changes that need to be made. We should have a team preview. Now, I'm going to jump in here. Niantic did this fantastic thing on Instagram where they had an inter-office PvP tournament for the launch of Go Battle League. And they formatted it in a very esports way. They had an overlay. They put the screen side by side. They did commentary. It was awesome. The way they did it was show 6, pick 3. So very similar to how Sylph Arena works, where you would pick 6 Pokemon and use your 3. So I'll go back to what Illustrious Overseer says. It says, Niantic even teased this in their employee battle video they did. The GBL is definitely ready for Season 1 since they have made vast improvements to stability, but there is still so much to learn as we move forward. So long as Niantic continually seeks to improve, the community should be supportive in their efforts as a whole. Since they did clearly state from color commentary that the rule was preview 6 and pick 3, does that mean this could come in a future update? I think I want that.
Yeah. It would be really nice to see.
Not have blind battles, right?
Then go to the, because you, like, where it says, like, oh, your opponent's picking their team. I wish it showed the 6 on both trainer sides.
Exactly.
And then,
exactly.
Oh, I see what they have. Like, oh, okay, like, they don't really have an answer to this fire type, so I'm going to use this fire type as my lead, blah, blah, blah.
Right. And think about, like, in Sylph Arena tournaments. I host a shit ton of tournaments where people are staring down their opponent's party for a while before they pick their 3 because they're trying to speculate on what they may run, what counters they have. Like, they're trying to do all the math.
If they have Ice Beam.
Yeah, fuck. They all have Ice Beam. But yeah, I think that adds a significant element. So, Illustrious Overseer, I think I'm with you, man. I think I want to preview 6 and pick 3. I think I like that.
Yeah, I really like that. Didn't they do something where it was like everything was from 2020?
All the Pokemon that they used had to be caught in 2020. So that way it wasn't like shit that people had forever that was like, they're waiting to unleash on PvP. It had to be fresh stuff, which was cool. All right, final bit of feedback here on our Poke the Bear. This one from Blame Jamal says, weak connection. This is a must to get fixed. I have issues on Wi-Fi and on LTE. Some last one battle, some last multi-battles. I don't really care because it's preseason. But this still needs to be addressed. Maybe a message that Go Battle League prefers Wi-Fi or whatever is stronger. Good point, Jamal. Maybe they say, hey, maybe you should play this on Wi-Fi, just to kind of let people know. Like, there's plenty of times where I'm sitting in my house and I'm playing a match, I'll get weak connection, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not even on my Wi-Fi. I'm on LTE. So it's like, I don't know, maybe that little nudge would help remind people to get on Wi-Fi. But again, I don't know if it's necessarily the connection that's causing all these issues. It's so complex. I don't know. But very, very good feedback.
It's like, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't know.
But great feedback, everyone. Thank you so much for writing in. I mean, this was a good topic because it's Go Battle League Season 1. By the time you hear this, a day after, Season 1 is going to be in full swing. So whether you think it's ready or not, it's ready or not, here I come, because it's coming. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the updates roll out and if things get cleaned up. I really hope they do, because I really want this to be successful, and I want this segment of the game to be very strong. And a couple bits I'll touch on before we wrap up here. So there was a developer video that they put out, Niantic, that had Matt Sleman, who's the product lead. They had one of the main designers on there talking, and it got mixed feedback from the community. And I'll link to it in the description so everyone can give it a watch. But there was one line where Matt Sleman said, and I'm going to paraphrase here, something to the effect of, they don't necessarily want the best PvP player to be the one that just knows how to master the mechanics of PvP. And he goes on to say, because he wants people they want the best player to be the one that catches the most diverse Pokemon, or has this Pokemon, or has that Pokemon. But the PvP people were like, what the fuck do you mean you don't want the best players to be the ones that don't know the mechanics the best? Very, very interesting conversation. We'll have to bring that up on a future show.
Oh, wow.
But let us know what you thought of that.
I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah, it was very cool because
I saw it, and I said to myself, like, oh, I'll watch it later, and I never got back to it.
Definitely check that out. And the next thing I do want to shout out, I want to give a huge shout out to Pokemon Master Holly. She got herself into a little bit of a pickle over the weekend. She kind of put some tweets out saying, hey, everybody, if you've got social anxiety, you need to get the fuck out there and talk. That's my dirty mouth version.
Yeah, like if you're raiding with people, instead of everybody being silent, like speak up, say something, be that person to kind of create that atmosphere. And I totally agree with her, but I understand where everybody else comes from.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's a sensitive subject to talk about mental health. It's a sensitive subject to advise people on what they should do to work on that mental health. So she kind of got herself into a little hot water, and people were like, yo, what the fuck? Don't tell me what to do. I don't want to talk to people, or you don't know me, like that kind of thing. So, and I firmly believe the message and the intention was pure and sweet and honest, but it did come off a little harsh because it's a sensitive subject. The next day, she releases a video where she really fucking let it all out. And I'll link to that in the description as well so you can watch this video. It's very important. It came out on the 8th. And she talks about some really fucked up shit that has happened in her life. And I kind of...
Yeah, a lot of it like hit home.
Yeah, like real close to home.
I can relate to a lot of stuff, so...
Yeah, it was heavy duty. It inspired me to kind of talk about some stuff on Instagram. And I just wanted to give her a shout out because, Holly, if you're listening... I'm super proud of you. I care about you a lot. And I'm very fortunate to call you a friend. And I'm glad that this community is helping you get through some of that shit you had to deal with, because it's therapy for me as well. And I definitely am the most introverted extrovert on the fucking planet. And as much as I love getting out there and playing and being the fucking Joker and doing all that shit, I also love when everyone goes home and I get to fucking walk around Red Bank on my own till fucking midnight. So there's lots of different ways for people to address this stuff. But Holly, I just wanted to shout you out because I'm glad that you opened up, and I hope it makes you feel better, because the shit ain't easy to talk about.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit ain't easy to talk about. So definitely check out that video. Send Holly some love for sure, because you know, she's putting it all out there, and anytime someone puts it all out there, you got to respect it. So, yeah. But on that note, holy shit, we went long, hour and 20 minutes. It's a long show.
We did go long.
A lot of shit, giggity. There's a lot of shit to talk about. That's why. So awesome. I'd rather there be too much than too little, right? It's job security.
Job security.
Wait, do jobs pay? Oh, shit.
Some do.
But all right, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Again, everything we talked about, links will be in the description. You can get our Secret League pin from the Secret League store. That link will be there as well. info@luredup.com. Email us. Leave us an inappropriate voicemail, text, or picture. 732-835-8639. Also, if you want to sign up for text alerts, shoot me a text. I'll get you all set up. 732-835-8639. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter when you send that text. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on in the network. LuredUp.com for everything that's going on in the show. Adam, I think that's it.
That sounds like it.
I think it is. It officially is. I'm going to make it so. Make it fucking Jean-Luc Picard. Make it so.
All right. That is the end of the podcast.
Keep
Thank you for
training
listening.
trainers. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye.